Okay, guys, we're going to go through the introductory paragraph worksheet. Please pretend you don't see the due date because this will be due when your final exam is due. All right, so let's go ahead and work through this guide together. Part 1, creating introductory paragraphs. You will need to make sure that you're creating an introductory paragraph that has at least 150 words included in a paragraph. This paragraph needs to have, number 1, an attention-grabbing sentence. Number 2, two sentences, only two, not more than two, sentences that talk about the both sides of the argument, and then finally a clear thesis sentence. And then this worksheet is going to show you how to do each one of those, okay? Let's go through this guide together. So the first thing you're going to do is write an attention-grabbing sentence. The purpose of an attention-grabbing sentence is to do exactly what it says. Grab your attention, okay? So here's some examples of what that attention-grabbing sentence could be. It could be a startling fact. For example, you might write something like, over 95% of children from ages 5 through 19 use social media. Maybe you might use an onomatopoeia, and a lot of people use this one. Click, click, click. That is the sound of almost every young person's computer and phone on social media. Now, these, remember, are going to be the first sentences that you're going to use in your introductory paragraph for the essay that you are currently working on, okay? So that's the first sentence. Let's go ahead, and then you write yours right here, and then keep going down to section 2, or sentences 2 and 3, which is a discussion about the topic. Now, remember, when you are writing, you guys are writing about two different sides of this of your subtopics for your essay. So what you're going to be doing is making sure that you include both arguments in that without saying, I'm going to talk about these two sides. And so to help you do that, I created this template for you that you're more than welcome to use. So you might write something, if you're talking about social media, you might write something like, some have found, and this is where you put your opposers, what do they think about social media? Period. The next sentence is going to be, in addition to this, or you could also write, others believe that, and then here you're going to write what your supporters say. So if you're talking about social media, some of your people may say, your opposing sources are going to say, social media is great, especially if you think social media is bad. So your opposers are going to disagree with you and say, social media is great, comma, after that, others believe that social media is detrimental to one's own health, okay? And this is an example of how that sentence may look if I use that template. You're more than welcome to use it, okay? After you've done that, I want you guys to write your sentence right here. And then finally, your thesis sentence. I have crafted a template for you guys that you can definitely use. Oops, let my camera come back into focus, please. There we go. So your template for this is going to be topic is good or bad because of reasons A, B, C, okay? So your topic might be social media, might be politics, might be whatever. You're going to say what your topic is, and then next is going to be it's good or bad. So this is going to be what you think about it because of reasons A, B, C. The reasons A, B, C are your subtopics from your mind map. So whatever subtopics you wrote, you're going to replace that with A, B, C. So if I took this whole thing, my formula that I have, my template, and made this into a sentence, I don't say good or bad, but it's still an evaluation sentence. Sorry, still an evaluation of it. So I say children between the ages of 5 through 19, that's my topic, should not be allowed to use social media, that's the good or bad, because their minds are not mature enough to handle it, that's my A. They can get cyberbullied, that's my B. And they can get exposed to violent material, C. Okay, so that's how that guy goes. Then I'm going to take and put my thesis sentence right here. This is mine, now you write yours. All right, and then finally you're going to put it all together. And this is exactly what your introductory paragraph looks like. So this is going to be my first sentence. This is going to be my second sentence, where I say my opposers, and then my supporters in my next sentence, and then finally my thesis sentence. I put it all together, and that's what I got, okay? So hopefully all of that makes sense. When you guys get done making your introductory paragraph, remember, you still have to make your conclusion, and all of this has to go together on one piece of paper because that's how we create a paragraph, create an essay. It's introductory paragraph first, then your 3 body paragraphs, and then your conclusion at the end, okay? And then after your conclusion, you're going to write your works cited page. Hopefully all of that makes sense. If you go to the conclusion video that I created for you guys, you'll also see a breakdown of how to write the conclusion using a similar kind of worksheet, but it'll be dedicated to showing you guys how to write your conclusion. Hopefully all of that makes sense. Looking forward to see what you guys create this week. Have a good one.